My guess is they continue to break open the bubbly in Beantown for good reason. The Boston Red Sox win their 4th World Series championship about a week ago, taking care of the Los Angeles Dodgers. They've now won 4 World Series championships in about the last decade and a half. So much for the curse of the Bambino. So what does it mean for the rest of baseball and the New York Yankees and their fans like yours truly? It means we crank up the hot stove and start talking about the prospects for winning it all in 2019. And I'm Matt Levine, welcoming you to my first Yankees Hot Stove report of this year's offseason. Let the talks begin as to who will round out the Yankees roster heading into opening day 2019. The GMs, in fact, will do some talking in San Diego, California, the general managers' meetings. 32 of them are there, including Brian Cashman this week. In fact, Cash touched on the Yankees' pitching situation, which I'll get to in just a moment, but he also made a move last week, the first one of the Yankees offseason, re-signing Brett Gardner. They restructured his final year of his contract, supposed to get about $12.5 million. They came out to a renegotiated deal, somewhere in the neighborhood of $7.5 million. Both sides happy. Gardner comes back for his 12th season. Last year, a disappointing one. Batting average-wise, particularly, his lowest average since his rookie year in 2008, only .236 for the Yankees, his left and center fielder, to go along with 12 homers and 45 RBI. Now, we know that Gardner fits into the mix. The other ingredients into the Yankees' recipe for a winning outfield in 2019, you've got to figure Aaron Hicks. Stanton will slug his way at DH, also play some outfield, and fingers crossed for all Yankee fans all over the universe. Number 99, Aaron Judge will come back healthy, and he'll be good to go to resume his spot nearly full-time in right field. So where does it leave the Yanks? Internally, a couple of prospects that make you go, Number 1, Jacoby Ellsbury. Yes, that Jacoby Ellsbury. He's still around. Still under contract. Lingering injuries, plural, last year. Kept him out the entire season, but maybe he's healthy. Maybe, the operative word, he's rearing and ready to go. You know Clint Frazier, Red Thunder, he's rearing and ready to go. A kid that would be a great fit for the Yankees. I think he's got big leaguer and gamer written all over him, but he's been under the concussion protocol. He's had a couple of them in his big league career. It makes me think of Wayne Corbett. I don't know why. Maybe Red Thunder can borrow Corbett's helmet. With the face mask and all, will help him out. Not sure, but if he's healthy, he's certainly a ingredient to watch, and he would be a great fit for the Yankees. Off the bench, starting spot duty, someone gets injured, you want to inject that kid in the lineup because he gives you a lot of fire and can do all kinds of things. As a leadoff batter, put him ninth, wherever you want to slide him in the lineup, he can do a little bit of everything. Gives you great defense, good arm, and just has a great attitude. Would the Yankees pull a Yankees move, go all-star and Brenny in on the rest of the baseball world and show that they are the evil empire, making a play for Bryce Harper? I don't think so. In fact, I think the usual suspects I just mentioned would be the key Yankees to fill out the outfielders on the roster. Maybe Andrew McCutchen comes back at a discounted rate. He's going to charge a lot, a premium. Not quite the player he was in Pittsburgh in his mid to late 20s winning an MVP, but he did nicely in his early 30s with the Yankees. Started off slow, but came on nicely and just seemed like he was a Bronx Bomber. We'll see if maybe McCutchen somehow parlays into the mix. It'll be interesting. The Yankees infield, interesting as well. Lots of questions at first base. Greg Bird never took off. I don't know. I thought he would be the Yankees' first baseman in the future. He's finally healthy. Struggling around the Mendoza line. Luke Voit, did you know who he was in July? Unless you play fantasy baseball, I don't know why you would know who he was. I didn't know who he was, but he came over, trade fodder, and he wound up being a spark plug at first base. He produced nicely. The kid deserves to win first base in training camp. Gleyber should hold down second base, but Sir Didi, how about it? Tommy John surgery. He'll be knocked out for a while. That's going to be a big, big loss for the Yankees. We'll see if they slide Gleyber over to short. Maybe Neil Walker gets re-signed. He was clutch all season after a slow start, but he also felt like he was another guy that was just a Yankee destined to wear the pinstripes. Not the Mets as much as the Yankees, right? Although he was a great Met. We'll see. Maybe the other one that the Yankees think about is Hechkavaria. Did a great job coming over from Pittsburgh. Spot duty defensively as a replacement. I know against the Oakland A's came in late in that game in the wild card winner-take-all single elimination game and made a great play late at third base, a position he doesn't play normally. He could be a candidate as well. It'll be interesting to see how the Yankees stop-gap shortstop, or do they go out and make a play for the guy who said he's not Johnny Hustle? I just thought it was Charlie Hustle. Manny Machado. Doesn't seem like a Yankee to me. A couple screws may be loose, as we saw during the playoffs, but you never know with the Yankees. Now, behind the plate, I would be shocked to see the Yankees not come back with Gary Sanchez. Off year for Sanchez in a lot of ways. I would expect him to come back fully in shape, worked on his defense in the offseason, continues to work in spring training, and he comes back solid. So that's how I kind of see the Yankees shaping out. I don't know if there's any big free agent splashes they make. I think all the pieces to the puzzle are right there. Now, as far as the starting staff goes, free agent market going to be interesting. This kid Patrick Corbin, 11-7, 246 strikeouts in 200 innings, 29 years old, a southpaw for the Arizona Diamondbacks, an upstate New York kid, a free agent. I have a feeling he could be a nice fit for the Yankees. J.A. Happ came over to the Yankees, 7th most wins in the big leagues with 17, 7-0 for the Yanks after the trade with Toronto. But he failed in his lone start against the Red Sox. However, he's a solid player, a lefty. I know he's a little bit older, but he felt like a Yankee too. I would not be surprised if he comes back and Cash is able to work out a deal with him. He fills a roster spot. Sonny Gray, you probably want Sonny Corleone to pitch. Brian Cashman has said at the winter meetings, Sonny Gray is pretty much trade bait. He also mentioned CC Sabathia, in addition to Happ, two guys they hope to retain. CC, 9-7, an oldie but a goodie, along with Gardner, the longest tenured Yankee. As CC had a couple stints on the DL, but goes 2 games over 500, and he's still durable. And when the clock hit 12 last year in the playoffs in Game 5 against the Red Sox in the ALDS, who was on the mound for the Yankees when they needed him, someone the most, CC. He's always clutch. He's always reliable. I think they find a way to bring him back as well. It'll be interesting to see what the Yankees do in the offseason. Again, I think the Yankees don't make any big splashes, but they are the Yankees. There are a lot of pieces internally to pick from. Another guy to watch out for, I forgot to mention Austin Romine. The backup catcher is a free agent. It'll be interesting to see what the Yankees do at that position as well. So just some questions to toss around as Brian Cashman and the rest of the GMs wheel and deal in San Diego. Next week, we'll focus on the happenings in San Diego, and I'll highlight my first prospect and the Yankees minor league systems to keep your eyes on as the Yankees gear up for spring training 2019. We'll see what the Bombers do as we continue on in 2018. This is the first Hot Stove Yankees report in the books. I'm Matt Levine saying so long.